Hey GH peeps, welcome back to my channel where we talk all things General Hospital. Today's late night review is for Thursday. Oh guys, we is almost through this year. It is December 28th, 2023. So what y'all got planned for the New Year's? Y'all gonna go out and shake it up a little bit, put on y'all Sunday's best, or I guess it wouldn't be Sunday's best. You know what I'm saying. Get on that fit, be feeling all good, looking sexy and handsome and all that. Get out there with your best shoes on and have fun. Party the night away, or you gonna sit at home watching the ball drop and eat and drink and be with the friends, or are you just gonna chill out and be going to sleep because you gotta work the next day? Whatever you guys do, I hope you guys have a great time doing it. Me myself, you know what? I'm going to stay up. I like to stay up. I like to stay up till then. I have my friend. I don't think everybody's coming over the next day, so I don't think yeah, it's gonna be a nice quiet night. I'm gonna watch some good movies. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Watch some good movies. But yeah, and maybe I'll have a drink. I don't know. We'll see. But whatever y'all going, I hope you have a good time and be safe. Now, how was General Hospital for you guys today? Oh my gosh, this plot line. I'm just telling you, I see a train wreck. I see a train wreck. If you got any of those, or at least one of those, we were watching the same show. Like always, please like and subscribe if you like the content, and leave your comments. I love reading comments. I love reading you guys' thoughts and your ideas for the show, because I think, it keeps things lively, right? Right? But anywho, let me do I have a highlight for the show? I don't have a highlight for the show. I have a just yeah, we gonna get there. We gonna get there. So anyhow, this starts at the Home Heart Country Western Edition. They got Aztec rugs all over the place, cowboy hats all over the place, and a wagon wheel, and some hay, and some cactus. Oh my goodness. It'll make all of us Southern folks so proud. Anywho, we got Tracy, Brooklyn, Sasha, and Maxie. And Lucy's plan, guys, when I finally rewatched that part and I heard the plan, Lucy, I'm starting to wonder if the elder, I think she should be cut to SSI. What the hell? You gonna have Scotty seduce Tracy? Anyway, so we just gonna talk about it. So Tracy is still on Lucy's neck, calling her a spendthrift, a spendthrift, and a gnat. And Maxie's fantasy is Lucy and Tracy not having any more of these issues. You know what I'm saying? Because she just wants to make this money, and it does suck. Okay, they trying to relaunch Deception. They have really good sales on this show all the time, and this is what people got to keep hearing. Lucy, we hear you. Okay, they hear you, but this is a workplace. You got to keep it work professional. You're not in your offices at Deception. You're at actually Home and Heart, who loves messiness. Hold it together, girl. Hold it together. And this whole entire plot with Scotty, it might backfire on her. Scotty might end up falling for Tracy. It's, I'm just saying, if hell was to freeze over and Tracy was to accept Scott as her husband, I could see maybe possible lover, but husband, yeah, they would have to definitely have something on each other for that to happen. So Scotty would either have to find out something about Tracy, or something would have to happen to force her hand to make her marry him. But like I said, if hell was to freeze over and that happened and these two actually did fall in love, which would be fucking hilarious, he's gonna turn on Lucy. And she's still not going to win. And if she would have been quiet and worked with Brooklyn, like when Brooklyn tried to, come and talk to her, and she was like, I don't listen to traitors. I don't listen to traitors. She don't even understand that the person she's screaming at is also trying to help her get her company back. Yes, Brooklyn was wrong for spying, but she's trying to help her friend out. It's not looking like it's a friends thing anymore. It's looking more like it's a friend thing because Lucy's pushing herself all the way out of the circle. But anywho, where was I at? Let's see, Justin. Oh, and then Cody walks in, and Sasha's all like, oh. Did I do that? I'm sorry. Oh my gosh, it's just, ugh. And the plan is, and while they're all gushing and talking about the cowboy scene and how authentic it is and all that stuff, and how much of an overkill it actually is, like I said, from a southern point of view, I have nothing. I have plenty of words, but anywho, Lucy and Scotty are in the background plotting on how to get Tracy's hooks on Tracy. So what we're going to do is we're going to start an argument, and Tracy's going to come to your defense, and she's going to think that you're an ally, and me and you just have nothing to do with each other. And of course that just goes all the way left, and Scotty actually ends up getting fired. Scotty actually ends up getting fired, but he does apologize to Tracy for what he said about Luke. And I wonder if he used that because I think he did get a little punched in his gut when Lucy went with the Liso situation, how she dumped him. That was kind of a gut check to him, even though it was on plan. You know what I'm saying? Lucy's been delivering some low blows lately. But he did apologize to Tracy, and I kind of wonder if it was part of the Mark plan or just part of the fact that was a cheap shot. But anywho, it worked. Tracy said that he ever do it again, she'll fuck him up. But she was looking at him like, what's going on? And he also agreed about the hat thing, because of course Lucy and Tracy are arguing about if Cody should wear the hat on or hat off. His beautiful eyes, can you see him? He's all dark and shaded. And Cody's like, okay, look, I will wear the hat on when I walk in, and then I will take the hat off when I'm done. And I'm just like, anyway, I'm sorry guys. Let me see. I'm checking the notes to make sure. I said the hat is the hat. Brooke tries to talk to us. Yeah. Tracy ain't gonna be easy for Scotty, and I think we all know that. Oh, but Maxie, after Lucy just keeps on, Maxie's like, look, dude, we all gonna have to deal with this. We all gonna have to make it work, Lucy. And Lucy's like, I promise, I'll hold it together. She ain't gonna hold it together. She thinks her little wacky-do plan gonna work. And I hope it backfires on her. I do. I'm sorry. That'll be even more juicier. Moving along. If I missed anything in that story, guys, please let me know. I don't. Oh, Grace. Let's see. With Tracy and Brooke catch up on Gregory staying in the hospital overnight. Let me see. Oh yeah, and then Brooklyn tells the production assistants about keeping the camera angled at the product and not at the models, so because we're selling product and not models. And okay guys, am I being petty to say this? Please let me know if I'm being petty. They sold off. They didn't really need that little tidbit. I mean, Deception ain't never had an issue with selling product on Home and Heart, so was she doing that for her grandma Tracy to show how good she is going to be about running the company, because they really don't need Brooklyn there. Just my opinion. Or her grandma. Just my opinion. Deception was doing good without him. Just my opinion. Moving along to General Hospital. And Finn is all in his panties. He's just pissed off at the world. He had to do a surgery and another doctor had to watch him, and he's like, why? Why? I am the great Finn. Now I have a doctor watching my work. Oh my God, dude's such a blowhard. But anywho, he's getting tired of the surgery. People watching him while he's doing surgery. He's been doing this for 25 years. He's getting tired of people having to have the doctors oversee his reports on any type of medications and stuff like that. He's just over it. He's just over it. And Liz, you know, as Liz has always been, she sympathizes with her man. She got her man back. And then, you know, they, what is it? Then three patients to be tracked. Oh, and then he loses three patients. Three. It's a rumor going around, I guess, which is horrible. But now three patients that are on his case want to be moved to different doctors. So now it's his reputation's going downhill behind this. So he's not really feeling the greatest. You know what I'm saying? And what is saying you did nothing. And then, you know, Liz says, you did nothing wrong. You know what I'm saying? And then Finn's like, jury ain't gonna believe that. Jury ain't gonna believe that. They see a man, you know, is in his healthy prime and drops dead from cancer, and he was under my care, you know. But then he starts talking about the possibility of Muldoon seeing another doctor before he's seen him. And he brought up something called Beecher's Corners and how he has a home there that he visits quite often. And he was like, I think, you know, what if that, you know, if there was a possibility of that, because, you know, what if someone's seen him before and they missed it too? And, you know, people, and Liz was like, well, I don't know what Liz, I forgot what Liz says, but his point of view is that, Liz was like, well, yeah, because who just falls down and doesn't, you know, who has cancer and doesn't feel anything or doesn't go, you know, see, you know, notice any differences in them. And Finn's like, well, you know, people often ignore symptoms, which we do. Nobody wants to go to the hospital or the doctor every time we get something weird happening to us. What do, guys? We either go to Google or we just figure it out. Take an aspirin, put some Vicks on your feet, put your socks on, and go to sleep. Because we ain't got time for co-pays and all that. And it freaked me out because I'm also working healthcare, that's so very true. We often do ignore our symptoms. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying everybody. There's those, yes, I'm on my health and I love you guys. I do. But a lot of people don't do that. They just don't. I'm one of them. You know, I will self-medicate myself to something else. And then when it's so bad, I take myself in, you know. But he was right about that. And he said it, so maybe, you know, but maybe he did go see a doctor. And turns out he did. Liz goes and talks to some of her nursey buddies, and turns out that he did see a doctor prior to seeing Finn, because he was having some symptoms. And Finn's hoping that the jury would see, you know, this is something based on his symptoms that we wouldn't have normally looked for. And another doctor also missed it. So I'm guessing now we have our opening, and I'm laughing to myself because ain't this what the lawyers are paid to do? But I guess not. Finn has to be his own investigator. So moving on to the Quartermaines. That's my face about this whole entire conversation. We got sweet Olivia and Miss Queen Lois. And Lois sees something's off with her homegirl, her bestie. And finally Liv lets Lois know that Tracy got to her about the whole entire her marrying Ned, and that's her best friend's husband. And, you know, and I love Lois because she kept it real. She's, girl, you think I would really sit on my feelings and not tell you how I feel? You know, Lois Cirillo, do I look like the type of female that ain't gonna have nothing to say if I had something to say? And I'm looking at Olivia like, why are you being so daffy? And then I remember Olivia back when she was really into the psychic thing, and I was like, yeah, she was kind of daffy then. And it had nothing to do with the psychic thing. Well, kind of, but she was a little daffy then. I remember her being daffy off and on. And y'all might remember it happening more than not. But I just looked at her. I'm just like, are just like the Molly and Christina conflict, are we awakening some imaginary conflicts here? Olivia, you're a badass. You have Ned eating out your hand. What the hell is wrong with you? And you know your homegirl. Why would I'm looking at her. I was like, Lois, I felt like I was sitting on that like we were all three sitting together, and I'm looking at her too. Like, bitch, are you serious? Are you serious? Girl, you hear her? Girl, she know I would tell the truth if I had an issue with that. And Lois tells her, I love Ned, but I love the fact of how y'all love each other. You make him happy, he makes you happy. The two people I love make each other happy. I'm happy, we happy. Where is this coming from? And she says Tracy, and she was like, I'm not shocked. I'm not shocked. And I'm like, I am. You, Tracy, you ain't known Tracy half your life like you've known this young lady, and she's been your writer. And all of a sudden now, this is the second time Olivia done flashed jealous and doubt. It's just not becoming of her at all. Not becoming. Anywho, then we get over into talking about the Quartermaine. I mean, Lois and her are talking about the Quartermaine messiness and how they always doing the things that they do, and she brings up Ned and the SEC thing. I'm like, this conversation's about to get good. And Liv was like, nah, you don't understand. And Liv's like, I understand that he snitched. If someone had turned my mother in, I'd never forgive them either. Michael's right. And then she's like, no, I mean, you don't understand. Ned is not the rat. I'm looking at her like this. Ned is allowing everyone to think the worst of him so he can save people's happiness. And I'm like, every time she explains the reason why Ned should be walking around with daggers in his back so that everybody else can be happy, and these people are people that Ned gives two fucks about, it makes me want to puke and question Livia's loyalty to him. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about that in the comments. But Livia's not loyal to Ned, but having this man walk around with daggers in his back, and it seems like that always happens with him. He's always taking shit for what other people do. Remember when AJ was messed up Jason's head, and they all thought Ned did it? I don't know if any you younger generation do, but classic heads like me, Ned took that shit for AJ. And, well, Ned was blackmailing his ass, too, but still. Well, not blackmailing him in the quarter. He was blackmailing him in the Quartermaine way. He was blackmailing. But anyway. And I'm just looking at her, and I'm like, you're not loyal to your man at all. I wish Lois would have said that. That would have been better. I wish if they was going to have beef, they would have beef about that. How you not loyal to Ned. This ain't loyalty to him. You caring about people that he don't even care about. And the person that's supposed to be your best friend. Because then she says, well, my second best friend. And I'm like, that ain't your best friend. Because my best friend wouldn't sit here and be stabbing me in the back. Oh, your best friend is Liv ain't got no. She ain't a good friend. I'm sorry. But anywho, Connie's my second best friend, and she was insider trading. Lois is like, what? No, beautiful nails. No, girl, stop it. They didn't merge, and the SEC would have never gone off of Carly if somebody hadn't provoked them. And snitches get stitches. That's petty. What are you saying? Why are you lying? What the hell is going on? Lois is completely confused about what's going on, girl. And so was I. And Liv's like, we gotta let it go. Ned can take the daggers. I want everybody else to be happy and moved on. Happy life, happy wife, happy everything. And then Lois is like, but who are you protecting? Like, what the fuck did they got on you, girl? I'm like, yeah, what they got on you, girl? And then she lies and says, well, me and Ned agreed that we would keep it under and let him take the attacks. I said, no, you whined. You whined, Olivia. You whined and whined about how everybody's happiness supersedes your husband's personal peace. That's what and I don't, you know what, guys, y'all can argue with me on this one. I don't even care. I don't even care. I don't feel like she's loyal. I just don't. This man already thought he was somebody else. Maybe that's why he thought he was somebody else. Because this woman wants him to be somebody else. A weakling. Girl, I can't live. I was not feeling none of that. And then Lois was like, well, what the hell happened to telling it like it is? And Livy's like, well, we just gonna live and let live. Because, every time we open our big mouth, something bad happens. So opening your big mouth to protect your husband, that's bad. Because something bad gonna happen to somebody else. At least people will leave your man alone, because he still got Drew and Carly up there giving him grief. And they're not done, because I see in the previews that Carly's gonna be talking to that. Olivia, you is fucked up. I'm sorry, guys. She fucked up for that. I'm sorry. That's just I don't blame Lois. I said I wish this would have been the real thing, not Tracy and her that crap. But the fact that she ain't loyal to Nettie, sitting here gonna let him take the heat because she saw her ex baby daddy that she couldn't even that she didn't even want to tell who was her son's father, and a girl that had no love for her at one time at all, so she could protect them. Girl, Livia's about as fruity as a fruit fly. Moving on to the penthouse, because I'm taking too long talking about them. Alexis visits Sonny so he could tell her she's wrong about being freaked out about Christina being the surrogacy for Molly. And and Sonny's like really like laying it down. I was like, wow, he is for her doing this. He does agree that it's going to be a good idea. He talks about how much Christina has changed, and how she used to be so lost and just wandering about. Now she's grounded, and she's let go of the self-doubt. She's secure in herself. She's sure of herself. And Alexis is like, yeah, no, she's matured a lot, and she's got this foundation going on. She's definitely made some changes. And he almost convinced her. But when they make jokes about vegans and cheeseburgers, and Sonny's like, well, I'm the bio grandpa, so I might give the kid one too. And she's like, that's what I'm talking about. You are not the bio grandpa. And Sonny kind of looks confused, and she says, you're the uncle. Actually, the great uncle, because Molly's your niece. So that would be your great uncle. And I don't think nobody's thinking about that part, right? You know what I'm saying? And everybody's like, well, that's just the family. What do they got to do with it? I'm telling you right now, Christina never had no kid before, carried no kid. And now she got to walk around watching the bio kid be raised by somebody else. And she's already invasive. And we're going to talk about that when we get to her story, because she about peed me off too. Let me hurry up and wrap this one up. So, Alexis says, no, you're not. This shit is all confusing, and it's going to tear my family apart. Alexis speculates that Chris will have a hard time letting go and watching her bio kid, and she may have to leave town. That was kind of far-fetched, but she would have to leave town in order not to be involved with her kid. And if she wasn't able to follow through for Molly, that would break Molly's heart apart. And Sonny's like, well, you raised two strong women that they can definitely do this. They can actually, they can do this. I see them being able to do this. So he's still fighting. And he says the judge would basically throw out your case because it's all based on speculation. And then she says, speculation, so you don't see. He's like, but I am worried. I'm worried because I'm having a hard time imagining myself not being considered the bio grandfather, because that's my grandchild. And so I know Christina would be kind of feeling the same thing. And she said, and that's it right there. That separation. I do not want this to tear apart my family. And I don't know, what are we going to do about it? And he's like, well, there's nothing you can do. There's nothing neither one of us can do. We just got to trust the process. And I'm sitting here thinking to myself, Alexis, I can't stand your ass. You sat there and told Jordan exactly the same thing Sonny just told you. But you ran to everybody else trying to get some help. And Jordan, when she came to you like a woman, because she's concerned, and rightfully so, because this is her son that everybody's overlooking. You're gonna tell her to buckle it up and take it like a champ, and then go running to everybody else with them old mom jeans on and them 2 heels. Okay, let me stop, because I'm bagging on everybody today, because I'm about to TTT on Miss Christina, because that's the next story. TJ goes to see Chris about the whole legal surrogacy thing, and she shows him why he should be concerned about her stability. She does. Right off the bat, she's like, oh, so Molly's not coming? He's like, no, Molly thought that I should come and talk to you myself. And when he starts voicing his concerns, she just starts rambling on and on about how he never wanted her to be her surrogate, and how he was only doing this for Christina. And I'm like, first of all, you twit, it was your sister that didn't want you to be the surrogate, and her man agreed with her. Thirdly, twit, what was the second? I didn't forgot because I can't. I was. Thirdly, you proving our point. The boy couldn't even come in. A man couldn't even come here and talk to you about his concerns without you jumping down his back, just automatically assuming everything. And I want to read to you because he shut her up so pretty. I was so proud of TJ. She starts rambling about how you never wanted to be a surrogate. You just doing this because of Molly. Now you having second thoughts. And he's like, can you stop telling me what I think and actually let me talk? I was like, man, that's baby. Finally, baby, you got a voice, baby. I was like, yes. Now tell her to kick rocks and you'll find your own damn eggs. Anywho, I don't know if only things could be so lucky. He's like, yeah, you told her shut the fuck up and let him actually talk. And she's like, okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And then he tells her how happy he is that this egg would be bio-related to both him and Molly. You know what I'm saying? And he's happy that him and her and Christina's relationship is getting better and healing. You know what I'm saying? He loves his wife and he wants her to be happy. But he also needs Christina to understand that she has a place and it's auntie only. Auntie only. No ifs, ands, buffs, no in-betweens, no going around, no none of that. Auntie only. And he wants to hear it from her lips that she's okay in that position. Auntie only. Nothing more, nothing less. Auntie only. And Christina's like, okay. Because, really, I don't want to have kids. It's not like I want to have kids. That's because you're not pregnant, you twit. I don't want to have kids. I never even thought about having kids. I mean, maybe later on in life I would like to have kids, but I'm not even trying to do all that right now. I really just want to do this for my sister, so you have my word. I'm going to be the cool auntie. I'm going to be able to detach. And I'm sitting here thinking to myself, you have went up and down. He was just trying to talk to you about how his concerns was, and you wouldn't even listen to that. You wouldn't give him the privilege of even voicing a concern without you automatically assuming something. How you gonna do this when it comes to this baby? How you gonna be able to separate your feelings from the parents' feelings when it comes to this baby? Because your feelings ain't gonna mean shit. She ain't gonna be able to do it. And I'm for it. I'm here for it. I want it. I'm clapping my hands. I can't wait for the messiness. Nikisha wrote a great ass +1 to this story, and girl, I am for it. I mean, I don't want to see Molly unalive, but that's hilarious. Yeah, y'all check it out. Check her story out on the comments for yesterday's video. Oh yeah, I like that plot line. Loved it. Anywho, guys, like and subscribe if you like the content. Like I said before, I love your guys' comments. I love your guys' comments. Please keep continuing to do so. You guys have a blessed night, a wonderful tomorrow, and I will see you on Friday. Y'all have a great time. Great night, guys. Mwah.